We got more Legos today. These pieces came today. If you've seen previous videos, we've got a whole box. Let me pull this up for y'all of Legos that have arrived. Most of them came a couple days ago, and those two pieces came in their own little thing today, their own package. I couldn't tell you why, but basically, let me rewind. I'm designing a custom Lego set of my childhood home for my dad. So we're on day, well, we've been spending 20 minutes every day. So let me start my 20-minute timer. But every day this year, I've missed a couple days here and there, but by and large, done a pretty good job on it, I'd say, of keeping up with it. But yeah, you can see here, we're now in the part of the process of creating the instruction manual. And so if I actually go show all here, this is the full set. And then what we just saw was where we're at in the instruction manual of like putting it together. Why am I building this thing? Ultimately, it's just because my dad and I always bonded over Lego. And when the youngest kid moved out of the house, my parents sold it and moved. So I wanted to build a memento of the house that was so special to my family, because that's where we all grew up, and build it out of Lego because my dad and I always bonded over the Lego. So yeah, here we are. So we finished these wings. Whoops. Finished these wings yesterday of the house. I think that we should probably just work on this section. Yeah, and that's what we go for next. So it's as easy as we're peeling the onion. So I'm just like going layer by layer, um, pulling stuff off as needed, and yeah, making good progress. So I can just like select those, hit step after. There we go. Um, but yeah, so if you're new here, I usually just tell stories, and I'll address any comments. So go ahead and leave some comments, and I'll talk about them tomorrow. But yeah, I post every day, and I treat this kind of like a stream or a podcast. Like, go do some chores, or hit up your. Oh, I guess let's wait on these. Um, I just realized too, these need to go in step 157 because they can't exactly float. Or maybe not, maybe the next step. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So you can like put it on the bottom and then, click them in. Um, but yeah, so let's go ahead and remove these. Cool. I'm like trying to see, is there anything else I'm missing that like would have been hard to put in? I don't think so though. Um, but yeah, I don't know what to talk about today though. I feel like it's kind of hit or miss on if I've got like a good something to talk about or not. What's been on my mind recently? I mean, doing a lot of wedding planning these days. Um, it's a whole thing. It's like a whole, I don't know if I'd call it a full part-time job, but like it's getting up there, like it's definitely one of those things that takes a ton of time. Um, and I wouldn't necessarily say it's fun. It's not bad. It's just like, I don't know. Like yesterday was putting together uh invitations, and it's like, tell me who actually wants to spend their like outside of work hours doing that. Like it ultimately amounts to just like putting names on stuff, checking with everyone to make sure I've got the right address, and um yeah, all that kind of stuff. It's obviously worth it. I'd take it over not getting married. But it's just like the process of it. Like I definitely get now why people just elope. I used to be like, why would you want to celebrate? And I'm like, it's not that you don't want to celebrate. It's just that you don't want to be the one footing the bill or putting in all the effort just to invite everyone. Um, okay, what is going on here? Okay, like trying to decide what layer down to take down next. I think let's just go with this one. So yeah, overall though, it's been good. Um, And yeah, I can't complain. I'm getting married after all, so that's the big thing. And so you know what? I'll deal with the planning, and I can't complain either. My fiance's done the vast majority of the work, so um, I really can't complain. She she's been a trooper. To be fair, it's been well, no, not even. Yeah, she's been a trooper. She's done so much for this, um, all the planning and everything. So yeah, definitely shout out to her for that. Okay, I'm taking off an extra layer here. I'm like kind of getting into like multi-layers. So I'm like avoiding that one just because I'm a little bit worried about, yeah, I know this is kind of funky. Maybe I'll actually just put these in with the other one. Yeah. So now it's like you're doing that wall, and then you're doing this side. So coming back over here, I think this might be when we want to take all these. Oh, interesting. This isn't one of the submodels. That's okay. Okay. And then, okay, so this is what I was trying to figure out here was, is this like, is that the piece that like these are attached to? You know what I'm saying? Like on that one, I think it is. I low-key think this one is too. Like if I were to move all of these, I guess I do need to take these off first anyway. So let's just grab all of these. These are the Tesla power banks. My dad, he's a big Tesla guy. I think there's some cool stuff Tesla does and Elon in general, but there's a lot of stuff that I don't think is acceptable that he does. So there's your hot take on for the day. Not even hot take. There's your take for the day on public figures. But I do think some of the stuff he's doing is cool. So, or some of the stuff the company's doing. And I am definitely of the mindset of like, there's a lot of people, a lot of smart people dedicating their lives to trying to make the world a better place. And some of that is at that company. And so having, I don't think one person fully removes all the positive contributions of that whole group of people. You know what I mean? Like, I am a big believer in like, you know, I don't know. I still want to praise the wins of all the people that like are doing good work over there, you know? Like you have all the kids that their first job out of college, you know, work at Tesla and I mean seriously make an impact on the world, you know? Like a very positive impact. So um while there may be a lot of drama in the public sphere, I think there's also a lot of good that is worth acknowledging. Um, I don't know, like take the good and the bad together. I think rarely there ever like something or someone, I mean, especially someone, but rarely is there something at all, like person or not, that's like fully good or fully bad. Um, I do think most things are somewhere on that gray scale, and you hope it's on the closer to the good end than the bad end, and you do whatever you can to do it. But yeah, I don't think most. I think most people are trying to do good. I do believe in like humans just overall being good. Um, Obviously, I know that like the the harm done in pursuit of good is just as bad as harm done in pursuit of bad. Maybe not just as bad, but like you know, pretty darn close. Um, but yeah, I do still think it's worth it to consider the motivations of whoever's doing the doing. But I know that there's going to be bad done in this in the name of trying to do good. Um, so yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I guess it goes to this like someone said the other day that integrity or no, sorry, what was it? If I trust someone, I can't remember how they phrased it, but it's kind of like there's two components to get trust. It's I gotta believe you're an honest person, like have integrity, um, but I also gotta believe that you um, are capable. And I was like, that's such a good point. Like someone could be the most honest, well-meaning person in the world, but if they are incapable, it does not matter. They'll do so much harm in the name of trying to do good, just because they're not capable of doing, not capable of what they're trying to do. And I think that's still a terrible thing. You know, I still think that's something that you got to watch out for. And so, yeah, I'm definitely with that person that was saying that of like, um, I'm not going to trust you just because you're honest. I'm going to trust you if you're honest and capable. Um, because yeah, you can do lots of harm with great intentions. So let's see. Do we want to split these up? No, let's just do them in the same step. I can always split it up into more steps later. Okay. There we go. See, like this, I probably should have just done a corner piece or something. That's good. I'm gonna leave all these ones until like the beginning, like basically as we're putting on the base layers, get to that point. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna leave that in the meantime. So let's get started, honestly, on this main one here. Um, like, what is this even attached to? I don't know. Here, let's just take it down one layer, and then we can come back to that in just a sec. So let's pull these down. Almost got that first layer in. So move that step. Okay, there we go. Exposes this a little bit more. Oh, the only thing is that where that attaches? No. Uh-oh, is this gonna be another one of those like doesn't actually attach to anything? Let's see. So if we pull off this, yeah, that's good. Let's actually just move this though to the step after. Okay, so it does actually attach, so that's good. And then we gotta make sure we're doing that first because I think it goes in this order. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then on these, we can leave those for now. Let's just keep pulling things down. So let's go with, actually, you know what? Let's just move this to that stage. Or no, we can make it its own. I don't think there's a right way. I think with a lot of this, it's kind of a judgment call on like how much complication or how many pieces do we actually want to do in each step. And I think a lot of it too will just be as long as we understand what we're trying to do, because I'll build it with my dad and then um, actually, yeah, let's just move that. Okay. Um, so as long as we can tell like what we're trying to do overall, I don't think it matters too much what the actual detailed instructions are. Cool. I'm gonna leave those actually for a minute. What else do we want to take off here though? Maybe these. Although, yeah, let's just start with these and we'll kind of come back. Hopefully these are actually in the right order. I have to check on that. Oh, these aren't even. Well, that's an easy one. We'll just make sure that actually snaps in there. So, like if I hide all this stuff so you can actually see what's going on back here. It's like these just need to move. There we go. Honestly, that's better because they were kind of sticking out a lot. Okay, perfect. I think that's an improvement. Let's go back to our instructions now. So yeah, Um, Going back to the trust thing, if you're, I mean, so yeah, don't trust me is the moral of the story when it comes to this specifically. Just because it's my first time doing it, so I won't I won't make any claims to being a pro at this thing at Legos. Well, digital Legos. Well, even no, even normal Legos. It's not like I'm a pro. Like like I assume most of you watching are. I like grew up building a lot of Lego, but it's like, it's something fun you do as a kid. Like it's not something that I'm like an expert at. Okay. Start to remove all of this stuff. Maybe we just do that all in the same step. Perfect. Okay. Well, let's take this all down one more. Um, so yeah. What else is up? The weather? Great. I'm just kidding. uh, that would be too funny. Or actually probably be too boring is the reality. So I don't know. Usually I have something to say, even if it's something dumb. But today I'm really just blanking. I don't know. Just one of those days, I guess. Um, I like how much progress we're making though. Like this is moving fast. I didn't think you could get better at disassembling a Lego in here. I didn't know that's something you could get better at, but I seem to be doing it. So that's kind of fun. And I'm realizing those bottom ones aren't actually attached to anything. So just a reminder, if this is anyone's first video, I've said this in all the other videos, but if you're doing this at home, build the or do the instruction manual before you order any pieces because I'm doing it the other way around and there's so much like random stuff I've found that like this that yeah, it's gonna mess with things quite a bit. So yeah, so like that one there. I basically need here. Let's get rid of that and replace it with a few different pieces. So we can't do the two right above each other for the main section because it doesn't fit. Like having one tile across it doesn't work like that. What we can do is modified brick 1 by 1. And actually, well, is that going to fit if I do that? I don't want to risk it. So let's just go for the default or the basic, this one here. Okay, perfect. And then on here, now we'll have these two little holes essentially. So I think on these ones, I just want to use these, and that'll honestly help just tie in the wall. I think that's an overall improvement anyway. Okay. And then if we show all these again, let's hide that just so we can see it again. Okay. I think, what is this? What is this freaking out about now? Oh, it doesn't actually work, does it? Ooh, well, that's no good. Maybe we just need a tile, like a 1 by 1 plate, I should say. Yeah, to kind of push it out from the wall a little bit. Okay. Now, come on. Just let me put it where it can go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then now I think we should be able to just throw that on there. Let's turn back on collision, see if that works. Nope. There's got to be a better way to do it than how I'm doing it, but it'll work. Yeah, that one does have a spot. Okay, cool. Yeah, so essentially going like that. Let's go like that. Just delete that one because we don't need it anymore. And then throw that on there. Okay, perfect. That's more like what we're talking about. Okay, perfect. Now let's get back to the instructions. And we only have 15 seconds. So I gotta do the normal plug, like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things. And come back tomorrow. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you.